This is a new fall song, and it's probably the most poetic I've ever written. So, given the time of year, I'm super excited to share it with you.
So plug a needle in my vein.
Hi, my name is Cannongraham. I'm a singer-storyteller and a mental health advocate, and today, what I want to share with you is my new fall song. I'm super excited about it, and I'm excited to share it with you, and I think you're going to really like it. It's very poetic and very symbolic. Now, before I share it with you, I'd love to just tell you some of the stories behind the lyrics and share with you where this song comes from. So in March 2020, we were just coming out of winter here in Utah, and any of you who know me know that I do not love winter. It's dark, it's cold, and for me, I have a hard time with it. So winters are hard anyways, but that winter, 2019 into 2020, was particularly hard for me because a girl who I had been in love with, we stopped dating, and then I found out right at the beginning of New Year. In fact, it was New Year's Eve, 2019, going into 2020. I found out that she was engaged to someone else, which was really hard for me to hear, and I knew that they were planning to be married sometime in March, which was also really hard to hear. And of course I was happy for her because I was happy that she was getting whatever it is that she wanted. But at the same time, it was hard for me to let go of the expectations that I had for my relationship with her. So needless to say, that was a hard year. That was a hard winter. So by the time we got to March, I was so I was feeling glad that we were heading out of that time and heading into spring, and things were starting to warm up. So that March day, it was the first week of March, I went for a walk, and the air was crisp, it was cool, and not a cloud in the sky, the sun was shining, and I walked down our street, and there was still some new development at that time, so there was a field at the end of our street, and I sat there and came across a small family of deer. So I decided to stop and just watch this little family of deer. And as I was sitting there, the sun was shining, air was cool, snow was melting, I could see this little family of deer picking around. I began to feel really, really grateful. I felt so grateful about the beauty of what I was witnessing. I was grateful to witness this little beautiful family of animals, and I was grateful for the warm sunshine on my skin, and I was grateful that I was feeling excited about what the future held. Now, again, I didn't know that COVID was what was around the corner, but I was feeling excited about the prospect of summer and all of the cool things that we could do that summer. So I decided to say a little prayer, and so I closed my eyes and started just thinking in my mind and expressing gratitude for all of these individual things. And then, unexpectedly, I found myself thanking God for the winter. And the reason why was because I was recognizing that had that winter not been so cold and so dark, both physically and emotionally, I couldn't have felt so enthusiastic and excited and optimistic at that exact moment. I could not have felt so glad and so excited had it not been for the hard things that I had just been through in the last couple of months. And so that's the beginning. That's where the first part of the story comes in. And then the last part was in September that same year. We were coming up on the second anniversary of my cousin's passing. And we were heading into fall now. Things were starting to die. Leaves were starting to change. And I just was thinking about, and it was starting to make me sad. And so I started thinking about the cyclical nature of the seasons, how life comes and life goes. And then I was thinking about my cousin, how his life has come and gone. And for me, I believe in a resurrection. That's okay if you don't believe in that, that's totally fine. But I believe that just like Jesus Christ was resurrected, any person who's ever lived will also have that opportunity at some point in the future. So I was thinking about what I believe about the cyclical nature of life, and then I was thinking about the cyclical nature in my emotions, how I go through periods of extreme sorrow that are followed by extreme joy, that can be followed by extreme sorrow sometimes. And so I was just thinking of these patterns, and So that's where this song came from, was last September, as I was thinking through those things. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I would love it if you would take a second and just tell me about a time that you've recognized this kind of pattern in your life. Or have you? Have you ever seen these kind of cyclical patterns? If so, I'd love for you to tell me about them in the comments if you have a moment. So here you go. This song is called Or So It Seems. The hills look like they're burning when the world starts turning cold. Leaves red, brown, and gold occupy the sight of beautiful and ominous delight. And it's quite a thing to note that the flames of which I spoke are a witness of death. Trees shedding flames as they take their dying breath. Or so it seems. So it seems that life moves like the seasons, and in the end it all will pass us like a dream. Or so it seems. The hills left gray and ashen, flames doused by the snow, and what's left are just the bones, blending into white, in purest hope through a long winter's night. And it's sweet, I suppose, the peaceful repose in the silence of death, need no life and take no living breath. Or so it seems. So it seems. Life moves like the seasons, and in the end it all will pass us like a dream. So it seems. Start splitting open, life pulled through the shoots. It's life pulled through the roots. Living in the life, dearest hope and wondrous delight. The flowers are now in bloom. Once dead bones now consumed. Chase out the devil, live again, take that living breath, and our soul redeemed. that's it. It's called Or So It Seems. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead, click the little subscribe button down below, and then click the bell icon to make sure that you get notified next time I post an amazing video. Okay? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.